Hi, this is Gibran Sayek speaking, and in this video I want to show you some useful shortcuts in Mathematica. The first thing that we need to consider is that in Mathematica, you're gonna introduce the instructions on each line and then to execute them by pressing Shift Return. For example, if you want to add 2 plus 2, it's not enough just to press Return. What you need to do is to press Shift Return in such a way that you're gonna have the output. So let's imagine that what you want to add, it's not 2 plus 2, but 1/2 plus 1/2. An easy way to do it is by using the shortcut Ctrl Shift 7, so you're going to have a fraction. And you can easily move through the different items, writing 1/2 plus Ctrl Shift 7, 1/2 again, and by pressing Shift Return, you're going to find the answer. Maybe instead of just using fractions, what you want to use are, let's say, some square roots or cubic roots. So what I'm going to do is to add a square root by just pressing Ctrl 2. Then I can introduce, for example, the square root of 2 plus, and then I want to use the cubic root of 2. So I'm going to press Ctrl 2 again, but then after that Ctrl 5. So I'm going to be able to modify here the index of the root, let's say there is a cubic root, and also introducing the 2, for example. If I press Shift Return, what I want you to notice is that the answer that I obtain, it's not a numerical answer, it's using the roots, still the roots. So probably what I want to do is to express the same result as a numerical answer. The first thing I want to use is another shortcut, that is the percentage symbol. If I write a percentage symbol, what I am doing is just calling the previous result. That is, if I press Shift Return, I'm going to obtain the same answer as before. Maybe what I want to do is to call another item, for example, the answer of the second input. So I'm going to write the percentage symbol 2, that it is this second output, and I'm going to obtain as a result a 1. So remember that I want to obtain this result, number 4, but now as a numerical answer. So what I am doing is just calling the result of 4. Then I'm going to write a double slash. With this double slash, it is allowing me to find different kind of representations. When I use an N, a capital N, it is going to tell me that it is a numerical value. I press Shift Return, and I'm going to see that it is the same result as before, but now with numbers. As well, if you want to use some constants, another shortcut to use constant is pressing Escape. I press Escape and look carefully how that vertical line appears. That vertical line allows me to introduce several constants, several symbols, even several operations that are going to be shown a little bit better in Mathematica. For example, let's say that I want to use pi. So what I do is just write pi, and here you can see that the help is telling me what I can use. With this escape with pi with capital P, what I am going to have, look carefully, when I am using the capital P, it's going to be the capital P with the lowercase p is this pi. What I am going to obtain is pretty much the symbol. What is its value? If I want the numerical value of pi, I have 3.14. Maybe what I want to do is to write e, the Euler's number. So I write an e, and as you can see, with just one e, that is going to be epsilon, but with a double e, that is the exponential. I close the escape, I close the vertical line with escape again, and what I'm going to see is that this particular number is nothing but 2.718. And as well, you can introduce several different variables or constants by just using the escape, double escape sign. Let's imagine that what you want to do is to introduce a summation. Again, you can use escape. Another shortcut is to write SUMTT and t. So sorry, as you can see, this sum t is nothing but a summation. You press escape again, and the only thing you need to do to use this summation is fill it out. For example, I want the summation when I goes from 1 2, and let's say that I want to use infinity. So I press escape again, and just as when I introduce pi, when I introduce e, I'm going to write inf of infinity. I press escape again, and I have from 1 to infinity. Let's imagine that I want a geometric series. So I press Ctrl Shift 7 for having a division, 1 divided by, and let's say that I want 2 raised, and if you want to enter a power, the shortcut is going to be Ctrl 6. With that Ctrl 6, you can introduce any power, for example, 2 to the I, and I can execute this by pressing Shift Return, and I can see that it is telling me what the convergence is. If instead of working with a summation, you want to work with an integral, the same idea. You enter the escape, so you can enter what you want to use, and instead of writing the sumt for a summation, I am going to write int for integrals, but with a double t, int. Or with that, you're going to have an undefined integral. But if you write dint, you're going to have a defined integral. You press escape again, and you can do the same idea. For example, I'm going to integrate from 0 up to 1, and what I want to introduce is e. Remember that e, it's a constant. It's not a constant. I need to write escape, double e, escape, Ctrl 6 raised to the, let's say, to the x, and then the differential with x, Shift Return, and I'm going to obtain the result of the integral. So as you can see, these little shortcuts can help us for working with several constants, for finding the numerical value, remember with the /n, or for working with summations, for working with integrals, working with powers, square roots, and so on. Thank you so much for listening. See you later.